Yerba mate. Yeah, let's give it up for yerba mate. Scientific name is Ilex paraguensis. It's native to Paraguay, Uruguay, Brazil, Argentina. Different ways to propagate plants. Where you take a cutting of a plant and you can either sometimes put rooting hormone on it, which you can do naturally with plants, or you could just stick it in the ground and it'll just root often. Those things don't come true to seed. Meaning, like, are you exactly like your parents? You haven't come true to seed. You're similar. You have traits like your parents, but you're not exactly like them, right? Jackfruit's case, if you're a family of 2, do you want a jackfruit this big? No! You want a little one. There's one called Golden Pillow. It's a cute little jackfruit, perfect for the family of 3. One more thing that we might graft for, or we might strive for in selecting for. It's a great one, and the reason why I'm saying is you see this mame zapote loaded with small fruit? You guys will eat mame zapote here. I picked it, you know why? Because it's going to ripen. When you scratch it and it turns orange, you know it's ripe. Now, mame zapote, you need to scratch it to know if it's ripe. So it's nice to have a small, squat tree. This variety of mame zapote is a small, squat tree that thrives in like a backyard and stays small. So if you only have a little backyard, you want a small, squat tree. That tree of mame zapote I brought from Florida in 1999.
How big was it? Small one?
Oh, it's a small little tree. Yeah. I smuggled it in a fishing rod holder. This is one of the most delicious fruits. Look, you can see the flowers here. You see these flowers? And then you see the small fruits. From flower until I picked the fruit is almost 2 years. Whoa. Isn't that amazing? Wow. It's the longest gestation of any fruit out there. 2 years from flower to fruit. Epic, huh? And that's why they're so expensive.
It tastes like an avocado and a sweet potato and a bacon.
Yeah, and a pumpkin pie. And an orgasm. Yeah. All mixed in one. Amazing.
I mean, some of that.
Incredible. 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 This is a special little lime called we call it calamandine here. And again, it's one of those great ones that's almost always fruiting, and so crazy that this one's growing like right up here in the coconut. And
did you plant it? Or?
I don't remember planting it. Maybe it just came up from a seed. I'm not really sure.
They just grow everywhere.
Yeah, they grow a lot, and we actually could use more. It's almost always fruiting. You see small ones. Usually, we always plant one right by the kitchen, and when I do designs for people, I always put one right by the kitchen because it's like when you have that emergency tequila, you can almost always find a lime. You know. Torch ginger, and you know what else is great about the torch ginger? Is that it's a great chop and drop. Have you guys ever heard of that? Yeah. So chop and drop is cool because you can plant rows of something like this right in your fruit trees, and I can just come in here and then I can come in here and I can mulch my fruit tree, and I'm basically just growing food for my food. I can come in here and just chop that and chop it up. And if you're somewhere that doesn't have a lot of mulch, really nice to have this luxury. You know, I can put a ring right around my fruit tree. You know, meanwhile, it's going to look a lot prettier. You can come back in here and really clean it up. You know, some of these older leaves, some of these older leaves we don't need here anymore. You know, they're just taking from the plant. And what happens is you're doing many things at once. You're cleaning up this plant. It's going to be a lot prettier. You'll be able to see the flowers a lot more. Mulching, I'm mulching this peanut butter fruit, and you know, I can come in here and, you know, feed 2 birds with 1 plate. My friend one time was hanging out with the Dalai Lama. He was good friends with the Dalai Lama, and he was telling him this idea he has, and we can do this and we can do that, and we can feed 2 birds with we could kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And the Dalai Lama was like, no. Why do we want to kill any birds? 2 birds, 1 plate, we can feed them. This is lemongrass. Actually, this one's called Indian lemongrass. You gotta love a fruit that's like fruiting and flowering and big fruits and small fruits all at the same time.
Wow.
Will they there's not a season for them?
No, all year.
So cool.
Yeah, and we can, you know, we'll eat them while you're here. Green, they're amazing. Have you guys had one ripe yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Favorite fruit.
Oh, they brought it to you? How was it? That was the Trumpet Jack.
We're the luckiest people.
That wasn't just any jackfruit, you guys. I brought that from Hawaii in 1999. It's called Trumpet Jack. It's a cross between jackfruit and Chompedek.
Oh, wow.
Epic. Thinking about edible perennial greens. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. This is so good. This is honestly one of my favorite greens in the world. Pass it around. It's called jumplum. It's amazing.
Explosion.
I know. It's ridiculous. Oh, you guys have all seen the plant, the sensitive plant that you touch and it closes up?
Yeah.
That's it. Yep.
Aw, baby.
The root in tea. I think you can also use the root mixed with ayahuasca.
Wow.
Interesting.
This chaya, I'm pretty sure we're having it for lunch. I saw, as we were sitting in a meeting at my house, I saw Steve out there harvesting it. This, you can't eat it raw. You can only eat it steamed. They call it Mayan tree spinach, and it's one of the most delicious greens on earth. It is super nutritious. It is super abundant. It is super easy to grow. It's one of our very favorite plants. Oh, and look at this pineapple just starting to fruit. You guys are here for long enough, you should come and check it every day. Propagate pineapples, you could propagate it by the top of the pineapple. That's not a myth. But the way that most pineapples are planted is from what we call hijos, or suckers. And they come off the side of the pineapple. And it's a better way to propagate them.